My name is Derek Vasconi. I am the creator of the emobo iPhone app, and what this app does is allow anyone who owns an iPhone or other mobile unit to allow themselves to write what is known as cell phone novels. Now, this isn't your typical novel that you can read by picking up, say a Kindle or any of the iPhone readers that are out there currently. What this is it appeals to a very specific type of book that is written these days called the Keitai Shosetsu. In case you're wondering what that is, it's a Japanese term, and what it means is it's literally cell phone novel. And this idea originated, I want to say about a decade ago in Japan. An anonymous writer decided to share a story called Deep Love to many, many people in Japan via text messages. The idea caught on, and it caught on fast. And as a result, he went on to sell, well, quite a few and became a millionaire in the process. And Japan, as well as the rest of Asia, and now currently America and the whole other parts of the world, have begun to pick up on this trend, and, well, here we are. A little while ago, I had contacted a gentleman by the name of Stan Soper, who is the owner of TextNovel.com. Now, what TextNovel.com is a website designed to incorporate this idea of the cell phone novel and allow anyone in America to use it for essentially free. But one of the things that TextNovel.com was lacking, in which I hope to fill the void, was this idea of a cell phone app. Because up to this point, TextNovel.com only allowed their users to basically download the stories directly, which has, of course, its own advantages, but I imagine something better, something different, and something that would integrate many, many people into this wonderful idea. Before I even go into that, let me just quickly say more about the cell phone novel itself. What it is a series of very short chapters. I'm talking maybe a couple sentences. Some have been known to go much longer, paragraphs even. And while these are being done, you get these stories sent to your phone, one chapter at a time from the author. And every time a chapter comes out, you read it. And again, these chapters can be a page long, they can be a couple sentences. Some have been known to even just be one word. What you might feel is the advantage in getting a story like that, well, think about it. If you're on your way to work, you're on the subway, you are bored, and maybe you just want something quick to read but don't have time to sit there and pick out a novel, take your cell phone out, and there you go. You have a story set directly for you to be in whatever genre or format you want. So my app basically allows all of the novels that have been put out on TextNovel.com to be accessible to anyone. This is useful for anyone who likes this idea. In America, we call it micro novels, or flash fiction is another term I've heard used. And these have been turning out to be wonderful in terms of users and people that are exploring these options. It's anywhere upwards to 60 to 100,000 just in America alone. As certainly a trip to TextNovel.com would show, that's the truth. Worldwide, billions. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So I'm hoping to get funding for this because basically at this point the entire coding has been set out for the iPhone app to be made, but it needs to be integrated with TextNovel.com. This is not an easy feat, but in order to make sure this can happen, we need the funding for the coders that are working with me to make sure every line of code is perfect and in place so that this works flawlessly once it's submitted to Apple. And of course, we do expect Apple to approve it simply because, well, the coding's pretty darn near perfect, and if I do say so myself, not being cocky, it's just we worked really hard. I'm talking about a good solid year straight for this app. And on top of that, we certainly have thought of everything. Some of the features of this app will include not just the ability to tap into TextNovel.com's massive library, but to write your own stories. So let's say you want to have your stories be shared using social media integration like Facebook, Twitter, and things of that nature. You can start writing your stories and sending them out. If you think about it, TextNovel.com is almost perfect even for formats like Twitter, considering how brief they're meant to be, or at least in Japan they are. Add to this another feature which we've designed, which is a very nifty feature, not unlike Amazon's suggested readings. anytime you type in a genre or you download a book, my app will, through certain algorithms, detect your pattern of reading habits and suggest readings for you each day. So the minute you turn your app on, there's going to be any number of books waiting for you to read. So let's say you are in a hurry. Let's say you don't have time to browse through all the categories, which is often something I find myself being in the position because I'm a busy guy. Well, you just simply use my app. There's a suggested reading based on things that you've looked up in the past. Voila, it's done. You have a book you can read in probably less than 5 minutes. It's great for those of us that are bookworms, even better for those of us that don't want to commit themselves to a 1,000-page novel. If this is something you think you can back up, I would highly encourage anyone that has the deep pockets to contribute. I don't even need that much. In fact, my entire coding process is only around $8,000. Once that's done, iPhone app will be on its way, and then we can share this with the world. Text Novel is fully agreed to participate in this as well. They've signed the contracts. We are good to go. I'm hoping that this will appeal to anyone that's either used that site or just is interested in general in flash fiction, micro novels, or as the original term is, the Keitai Shosetsu. If this is something, like I said, you're interested in, please help us out. As far as the perks of what you get if you do contribute, anything from simple thank yous to the emobo website, which will be made up, something I'm going to do myself and don't necessarily require funding for, just because I like coding websites, to free downloads of the app, which will have its perks because it is not going to be entirely free. We're going to offer 2 versions, both a general and a premium version of the app, but that's later in the stages. If anything, this isn't for profit, this is for expandability so that we can share the cell phone novel idea with everyone. It's a good idea, it's another step in technology, it's another way to use your phone in an educational way, not just to, listen to music or watch YouTube videos, which of course I'm all, for. But this is for those of us that just need something to do and don't have a lot of time to do it in. And what better thing than to increase our minds by reading. So I hope you've enjoyed this little informational video, and I hope it's enough to convince you to donate and help us out. And any questions you have, any ideas you want to throw towards us, let me know. We're very open-minded and love to hear from you. And thank you very much, and I can't wait to see what we raise. Thank you.